Naratira. So, a very good evening to everyone. Prof, Prof. Dr. Farid, and the Desrayas. So, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Danial Firdaus. So, this is just a short introduction first on myself. I graduated with a diploma in UTM Kuala Lumpur in mechanical engineering. Currently, I'm a third year student in mechanical engineering mechanical automotive engineering. So my past committee experience in 2016, I was the executive committee for Mechanical Engineering Student Association, MESA. And then after that, I'm the technical director for UTM KL Racing Team. And then I was the interim team director for UTM KL Racing Team. And then I become the lead exco for MESA. And for my degree, I joined Rakan Biro Academy and Counseling, JKM, College Tuanku Chancellor, KTC, and lead exco multimedia Persatuan Kejuruteraan Jentera, which is Petera, for just a short while in 2019. Okay, next. So my past events experience, I was volunteering in Varsity Boat Race 2016, and then exco for transportation, Mesa Night, secretary, community service theatre, and then exco for multimedia, lead exco multimedia, and exco again in multimedia for Mesa Night 2018, Malam Lingua Franca KTC 2019, and Royal Engineering Festival 2020. And after I joined SAE in 2019, I was the program director for SAE Talk in 2020. And I also love anything that's in motorsports and our in the automotive industry. Okay, next. So my vision for SAE UTM, I have three main visions for SAE UTM. So first, I want to create SAE UTM as a window towards the automotive industry, as a way for students to know their way into the industry, so that our organization becomes a platform for them to get in touch with Malaysia's industry, engineering industry, such as automotive, manufacturing, and so on, and also using UTM's strength in research and how it can enrich and being applied towards Malaysia's automotive industry, and giving students hands-on experience, such as in automation, which is MAVEC and IRRC, automotive technology, manufacturing, and motorsports, and also, as Hill said earlier about Scholar Tech, A World in Motion. Those are researchers in towards the education part. Yes, next. My next vision is to improve UTM students' marketability. As we know that our pointers, our CGPA is only the tip of the iceberg, just so that you can get into the to the interview room. So when you're getting interviewed by the interviewer, uh, they will ask about your experience towards the things that you've done throughout your life, throughout in university. So if you don't have enough experience or good amount of experience or good quality experience, then it will be hard for you to land a job in the future. So students are not only academically enriched, because we know that UTM is one of the best university in Malaysia and in Asia, actually. So, but also have the knowledge on industry. What I meant industry is like in general. So at least they know what comes after university life, and nothing can replace the value of good experience. All right, next. And my last vision is to make sure SAE UTM completes stage 1 out of 4 of our 10-year roadmap. So first of all, we during this quarantine season is quite hard for me and my higher committee to to execute the planned events. So currently we are on Plan B. So planning and executing high-value events for students throughout 2020-21 session. This includes School Attack, MAVEC, and a few events that are still in proposal. So you can see that here, proper event planning and club management from our side, so that at least people can, those who join can still expect a few activities, events from SAE UTM. And preparing SAE UTM for stage 2 in our 10-year roadmap. So our 10-year roadmap is actually a four-stage roadmap for the current and future higher committee, so that we can get our final goal in 10 years. And lastly, SAE UTM to be one of the benchmark and flagship organization or club in UTM in 10 years. So it's quite big, but I think with proper management, proper planning, and if we stick to our core values, I think it's easily, it's not easily, but it can be done. Okay. So next, my proposal for this club. There are 6 of them. So first of all, to increase reachability of SAE UTM until 10% of the total of UTM students and staff, which is about 26,000, all of them. So currently we are aiming at least 10% of them to know the inception of SAE UTM. So currently we are targeting 2,600 Instagram followers by 2022, by the end of next year. Participate in automation events annually, with MAVEC as our first priority, and then we will use MAVEC as our stepping stone towards other automation events such as IRRC and so on, and even towards smaller events that are locally based. And then setting up simulated time attack event for co-curriculum using ADC simulation rig by Dr. Azman. Do we have Dr. Azman here? I don't think he's here. Dr. Azman Abbas, it's okay. So feedback by students will be used to improve the rig, and we can also start an esports team, because that's apparently a thing now. If there are any possibility, if the possibility is there. So ADC, by the way, is Automotive Development Center, but Dr. Farid will actually tell us more about that later on. So next. So lastly, to participate in grassroots motorsports events that are low in starting fees, such as MSF Saga Cup. The problem with me, from my experience in as a technical director and team leader for UTM KL racing team, is that back then the only event that you can that our advisors us to partake is Formula SAE Japan. And when we look at the minimum cost to join those events, it's about 120, 130,000 ringgit. So the cost is it's a very, very difficult thing to handle on, except if we have a lot of help. But then during this pandemic time, it's very hard for us to secure any budget, any funds. So we are currently planning on low starting fees, such as MSF Saga Cup, that only needs 1/5 of the total cost of Formula SAE. So at least students that join SAE UTM can also experience the can also experience motorsports and also automotive technology secara hands-on. I don't know how to say that in English. I'm sorry. So visiting motorsports event in Sepang to show our support on local motorsport scenes, such as before this would be Asian Fit Speed Festival, Malaysian Speed Festival, or any events in Sepang, so that just to show our support on Malaysia's automotive industry. So lastly, volunteering in automotive events throughout Malaysia. So I found out that we once volunteered in an event, in an auto show event, if I recall correctly. So hopefully, if there's in the future, maybe we visit if there's any Grand Prix in Malaysia and whatnot, we can volunteer. And also, yeah, I think that's it. So that's all from me.